Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen and my channel name is Helen Anyango. You can find me on Facebook as Helen Anyango. So if you're watching me for the first time, please do subscribe down below. Press the notification bell so that when I post my next video, you'll get notified. So here I talk about my life journey in Iraq as a house manager, and we learn a lot, I share a lot. So today I'm going to, for those who have been seeing me, getting my videos, I know you're wondering. Yeah, I just came across this my cap. Yeah, I really like to wear caps back at home, so I carried this one. I think it's only this one that I carried. And when I was doing my my arrangement and everything, I just came across it and say, wow. So it's still there. I think it has even been a little bit smaller. Yeah, my head has grown big. I don't know if my head has grown big or the dreadlocks have increased in size, so it cannot fit me well, but I still like it. So yeah, today we are going to share something. As I was also looking for other things, you know, when you're free, you try to do some things, and you start to look for your stuffs here and there. So I came across this papers that I was signing when I was still back at home before I came to travel. And I was going through it, and oh my goodness, I was just laughing by myself. And I said today I'll share with you at least the things that were written here, that I read and signed by myself, the things that I was expecting. So on today's video, we'll be talking about what the agent tells you versus what you'll come here and get. Okay, so stay tuned, watch my video until the end, and you'll get to learn a lot. We'll see if our agents are always correct, if the rules that they put down for us are good or are favoring us. But what happens when you come here? Okay, so stay tuned and watch me until the end of the video and get to learn more. Welcome back, guys. So I was doing my arrangements, and I came across this two papers. This one is one from Kenya, the Kenya agency, and this one is the one that is from this Iraq agency, the office, and this one is the office from Kenya. So when you're coming here, guys, you have to make sure at least you have these ones, because we have rules, we have things that you sign down, we have things that you accept, and you know, if you have this one, you have to keep them safe, so that at least when you come here, you know, when you just remember maybe the name of the agent, and in case you have any problem, it will be very hard. It is better if you know the name of the office that brought you from back at your home, and you also know the office that you are, wherever country you are in, the office that you are in. Like this one, my office is Alak Al Bayak, which is in Baghdad. A very good office. I've seen it assisting a lot of girls, even if they have trouble. And personally, me, it has assisted me a lot, because the agencies there are very quick to listen to the problems that you are undergoing, and they will even call your boss, and they address the issue. So it's a very good office, and every girl that have come through this office can tell you it's a good office. It is in Baghdad, and they are cooperating with this one that is from Kenya. This one is called Al Shifa Investment Agency. It's in Mombasa. Hapo unatanga aje, pembe za ndovu, kitu kama hiyo. So it is in Mombasa, and these agencies are very good. So what I was saying is, what the agencies tell us versus what we come and get here. I can say that our agencies from Kenya are very good. According to me, the office that I came with, my agencies are very good, because if I see what I was going through before I came, I was given this form. I read it, and they told me to read and understand. It went through the hands of many people, not only me, the agent office, Ministry of Labor, and I had to sign it also to say that I've agreed and all that. And in here we have my medical. These are the things that I've been keeping. I did my medical January 2019. That was my last medical before I came to this country. So this the things that are written down here, they were very fair. Like even you, if I read for you, you'll say that job is very nice, because I had the rules are fair. We have a lot of things here that they were good. You know, when they tell you, just feel like that job I can do it. You don't have you don't see that like it is hard labor, it's hard thing. The things that are written here before I came, I read them, I understood them, and I was happy with it, and I agreed to it. So the problem comes in when you already reach these countries. When you come to these countries, these things that are written down here, they don't really work. Like, you know, when you come here now, you start using their rules here, maybe the rules of their houses, how they run their houses and all that. So mostly we always say that the agents are bad. Maybe they don't tell us everything, but I think the agents also don't know. Maybe they expect that when we come here, the things that we have signed or read are the things that we are going to get here. Okay, so for example, let me show you what I'm talking about. Here, it is hard for you to read because they are very small handwritings, but you can see the boxes and the squares there. Okay, so that was the thing that I was agreeing to. So my name there is Helen Anyango. The gender is female. My ID number, my passport number. Country of origin, Nairobi, yes. The payment institution there. Destination, Iraq. Occupation, housekeeper. Now, where I was just laughing alone is where they say weekly hours. They really counted even for me the hours that I should be working in a week. I remember very well. They were counting for me the weekly hours, and they wrote down 48 hours in a week. That's the hours that I'm supposed to be working. So when you say 48 hours in a week, we have 7 days in a week, which means one day is supposed to work for 8 hours, if I'm not wrong. So you can just imagine one day working. If someone tells you you'll be working for 8 hours, you will obviously agree to that job, because 8 hours it's manageable. And then the rate of overtime was also calculated down here. It was written 201 Kenya shillings per hour, which means when I work after I am supposed to work for 8 hours in a day. So if I work for more than 8 hours, every hour that's on top, I'm supposed to be paid 201 Kenya shillings, which I've never seen. House allowance that is provided. Amount of leave, 21 days. So if you are working, then you're supposed to be paid that leave. Amount of wages remitted locally. This one I don't understand. Okay, next of kin, and then I did my signature there. So what caught my attention was weekly hours, 8 hours in a day. Where can you find 8 hours in a day in Arabic countries or in Arabic houses? Because if you see when the hours that we work, you wake up maybe from 7, or you wake up at 8, and you will work until 10 or 11 at night. You know, maybe you can just rest for 2 hours during the day. So, which means that the overtime there is very many. It's like they have doubled the hours. If it's 8 hours working hour, then maybe I'm working for 16 hours in a day, which means that I'm supposed to be getting like 1,600 Kenya shillings every day. You can imagine if I worked for 1 year, you know. So it was really soothing. I was calculating and saying, wow, I think this job is very, very good. You know, the agents there will tell you, and they wrote it down. They stamped it. In fact, here it's written County Labor Office stamp is put in there. The sign is there. So you don't feel anything. You're like, everything is okay. The stamp is there. The sign is there. So we're just ready to go to work. And I came. So when I came, this one was about the agencies in Kenya. Yeah, agents can really sweet talk you. They can really tell you everything. They can promise you heaven on earth to be able just to come to work to these countries. But I don't blame them, because when we are there, they tell us everything. But when we come here now, things changes. and when you come here, you are in the hands of these people here, of these families. So this one, my paper from Kenya, it's around five. There are at least five pages. Okay, which means there were a lot of things in there to be read and understood. But when I came here, 2 pages, short and clear, which means there's nothing more, there's nothing less. So I'll read for you what was there. So, okay, the duration of contracts 2 years, nature of work, housekeeping, and the worker is given his holiday every 2 weeks. The sponsor must respect the worker. Okay, the worker is given his holiday every 2 weeks, which I've never seen. I'm yet to see. And the sponsor must respect the worker. So here, at least they say the sponsor must respect the worker. Okay, respect is a 50-50 thing, because you know there are some people who see that like they're the ones who deserve a lot of respect. Maybe they see that maybe you are a house manager, you are cleaning the house, so they see that you don't deserve any respect. Even you see them controlling you, commanding you, shouting at you, doing this and that for you, you know. So I don't know about that, but it depends personally with someone. It depends personally with someone, because I know respect is a 50-50 thing. It's a two-way traffic, like I can say it's a two-way traffic. You give me respect, I give you respect back. We're all human beings. So with some people, you know, just some people I like that. They always see like they're the bigger people. They always see like they're the ones who need to be respected. So I thank God it was written down in the rules of for us here, and I thank God because the office is good. At least the office is good. So that was it. And here, these are normal. The sponsor must purchase return ticket at the end of the contract. Medical. The sponsor will be provided with medical examination from the worker's country prior to arrival. I showed you on the other paper. Yes, resident permit will be paid by the sponsor. Uniform provided by the sponsor. The uniform may be the clothes you're going to wear as you work. So, housemaid has the right to contact her relatives and families back home. Thank God it is written on the one of the rules. So that is I think way back then, maybe like 4 years, 5 years, we had issues of people not being allowed to use phones in the house. And I think nowadays it also applies, but at very minimal cases, because how can you surely not allow your worker to be using a phone? You know, we have come here, we have left our family back at home, unless we're just inhuman, because we cannot say someone should not use a phone in a house. We have to contact our families back at home. We have to know how they are going, how they are doing. You know, for you to see they put this rule under this point, it means we had issues a lot. We had a lot of issues where people were not allowed to use phones. You come in a house and they tell you, we don't accept phones here. You'll not be using phones, and if you want to use a phone, you'll be using maybe the phone of your madam. You know, and you know how tough it can be, because when someone gives you their phone, they don't even allow you to talk in a free way. You cannot be talking even every day. You cannot be borrowing their phone every time. So I thank God they really changed this. They really changed it, and now they say the housemaid has the right to contact her relatives and families back at home. Yes, and yeah, the first party has the right to test. Okay, I think this one also, what this point meant is when you come here, your boss has the right to test you, like for 3 months. If the boss sees that you are not good, or maybe you'll not be able to do the work, you are supposed to pay back the money. Is it you are supposed to pay back the money, or the officers pay back the money, or they give you another person? They give your boss another person. They replace you. Okay, so they have said the cost of replacement pay is $2,000. That's what is written in here. I'm reading what is written. I don't know if you guys can see it, just in this part. far corner. Yeah, so the cost of the replacement bay is $2,000, which is 200 Kenya shillings. So if your boss tests you for the first 3 months and sees that you are not fit for the work, or you cannot work for her, maybe you are not active and such, the boss will take you back to the office, and the office will give him another person, because the boss will have the right to be given another person, or be given back their money, okay, which is $2,000. So this $2,000, which means that when you come here, that is the money that they bring us with, it means like that, because when you say that replacement bay is $2,000, which means that when you come here, this our bosses send $2,000 back at home for each and every person who comes to these countries. So I think that's what it means. So that is all. My contract was fair, as you can see. Everything was good. Even if it was you who could have read this rules written down, and this all these agreements, you could have said yes to the contract. Because if someone offers you 8 hours a day to work for 8 hours a day, and you have overtime, I only know that overtime only applies to those people who work outside, not inside the houses. Those who work outside jobs, like we have men who are in the securities, men who are in the companies, they are the ones who get this overtime payment. But I've never had us who are in the houses getting overtime payment. I've never heard of that. But it was written down, so I don't know which case you can start applying. But we just hope for the best. So overnight and 8 hours of work. Oh my goodness, I wish they knew. Nothing here that they have written here applies anywhere when you come here. So guys, that was all. I just wanted to go through the rules that we read and everything that we go through. So the agents back at home, they put good conditions for us, and they expect that when you come here we get it. So when you come here, we find that we have different things. You know, these people are different, families are different. If you find a good family, then you're lucky. We have those who are not good, those who are wicked, those who mistreat their children, their workers. They even not give them places to sleep in, a room to sleep in, you know, enough food and everything. People are different. You can get a good family, you can get a bad family. It depends. So when you come here, the conditions of the work are very fair. They're very fair. But when you come here, the badness is that it will not apply anywhere, because when you come here now, you are at their hands. You know, if you come here, they have your passport, they'll take your passport, so you'll be working. No, you're working those extra hours. Nobody's paying you for the extra hours. And even if you ask them, they'll tell you we feed you, we clothe you, we use our Wi-Fi and everything. They'll give you a lot of excuses, and we'll just say okay, a little bit like that. So thank you guys for staying tuned until the end of the video. And if you are not subscribed until now, please do subscribe down below. Get notified by pressing the notification bell, so that when I post my next video, you'll be the first one to be alerted. Thank you so much guys for watching until the end, and see you in my next video.